Hey guys, my name is Daria, Tasmanian Bunny, and we are playing Blair again because I fucked up the previous ending and I want to achieve good ending myself. I don't want to see it on YouTube. And I read about my mistakes. I find out that we don't have to attack these monsters with a flashlight. We don't have to pick up any sort of figures, any sort of these items. We don't have to break the totems. We need to take care of Bullet. We don't have to kill the sheriff and the guy on the sawmill. Like, we need to do many things, and I failed half of them. So it happens. Like, how do I know? How would I know? I think a lot of people fail when they play for the first time because it's not obvious. The developers don't give us particular recipe for a good ending. I find out what we need to do with the bunker, what we need to do with the bodies, and like I'm gonna start and show you the crucial moments, and then I have many ideas, many thoughts about the game, about different how to say it, metaphors, and we are going to discuss it later. So, first thing we needed to check here, we needed to check this picture in the sheriff's
Mrs.
car.
Lanning, lovely woman.
It's his wife.
A phone number.
And we have this phone number. And now it's supposed to be saved in our... Just a second. Mrs. Lanning. So now we have her number, and we can call later. We can call her later and tell her that her husband is dead. This is supposed to be like this.
They came well prepared.
You know what I noticed? That in previous parts I told you about the stag, that there is something that is connected to it. That there is some kind of trauma about stag. And like we saw, I didn't record this, but like there was a cutscene where Sheriff presents us a Bullet, and like Alice focuses on the horns. So probably everything related to stag reminds him of this trauma, and we see this manual, and I think it's related to his past when he was a boy, and probably, like, I have a theory about it, but I'm going to tell you later when we will summarize everything. But like, this is interesting, I didn't see it before. And this car kind of reminds me of his police car we saw in the chapter 17, but I'm not sure. And you know what? I think that the forest is kind of manifestation of mind, Alice's mind, because we enter fresh, everything is bright. Then we go deeper into our memories, into the trauma, etc. And forest changes to gloomy, to scary, to more intense. It's just a thought.
Wait, what? We went through that area. We didn't find any campsite.
Well, you didn't find Peter's cap either. Listen, we're still on the trail. We'll keep moving north.
For Christ's sake, Ellis, stop playing a hero. Just sit your ass down till we find you.
Emmett, just find the campsite and head north. I'll look for a landmark, something to point you in the right direction.
Ellis.
I'll keep you posted. Over and out.
And this situation also kind of shows how Alice is trying to do something good, but he also ends up doing more damage. If he didn't guide Sheriff there, Sheriff wouldn't die. But Alice couldn't know this. So he touched this tree and he got his memory. Maybe this tree is also representation of something. Maybe his trauma, and this black thing that like kind of grips him. Maybe, let's imagine this tree is his mind and this black thing is like his guilt, or maybe it's some trauma that holds him tightly, and this tree is helpless against this black thing. It's like drowning in it. It's bleeding black and also stuck in it. So it could be a metaphor for this. Just an idea. Again, just an idea. Who knows? We don't have explicit explanation. So we can interpret this however we want.
No, Alice, wait! God damn it!
And now, as I'm replaying, I can understand how
Shot in those
crazy
trenches I saw earlier.
Alice looks in the eyes of the sheriff, and sheriff still helps him, because imagine the guy who was really a mess, who's still recovering. He says, oh yeah, I want to join the search. No one invited him there. He went alone. Then he stole the radio, started talking to the searching group, then disappeared for a few hours, then says that, oh, I've been there and there. And sheriff says, no, we didn't see you in this location. He says, yeah, I was there. And also there is this item and this item. And also I found the tape on the middle of the forest. I found concrete. And then I found the tape which makes things appear. And I'm looking for a boy. And like, it's just mind blowing. Like, sheriff might think, any person might think that Alice lost his goddamn mind. He's actually losing it. It just, you know, when you repeat and when you actually look at the details, it's kind of mind-blowing. Sheriff probably thought, oh my god, this delusional guy, he completely lost his mind. He's nuts. I need to help him, otherwise he's going to hurt himself and someone else. And like,
Maybe he was shot around here somewhere. There it is.
Sheriff probably thinks that Alice has an episode or something. Oh my gosh. What do we do if I won't use the flashlight? Or if it was a script? Oh my god. Look, if we are not using the flashlight on him,
Heal.
everything is fine. Oh. Come here. We can walk past him. Actually. I think
Come here,
this is
boy.
the main one we see in the chapter 17. This is the main one, the with the face of the carver. Like this deepest, like it's his shadow. So I think these parts, these shadows, these monsters we see, it's like parts of his mind, protected by his defensive mechanism. And when we harshly point flashlight on them, we kind of disturbing it. And you know what happens when person isn't ready to uncover something about themselves? It causes damage to the mind, because there is no resources to hold it. It's like holding the something really hot on your palms. It's really damaging. So maybe we don't have to disturb it. We don't have to destroy it. We don't have to push it. We just have to treat it with care and slowly, like therapist treats his clients, you know. Because when you push too hard, it triggers even more resistance, and sometimes people can really break if their defensive mechanism is being poked too much. I guess this could be an explanation. I'm not saying that it's 100% what developers wanted to express, but it's just my interpretation of this.
They think I don't know, but I see them. I see them.
And this is also a hint. Probably game shows us from the very beginning. Like if we play first time and everything what was told by Witch, by Carver, lead us to this point, to the bad ending, where Alice becomes the Carver. So maybe logic is that we need to avoid everything that was told, like all these instructions. And in this video, Carver says, we don't know it's Carver, but like now we know. We didn't know it before, but now we know that we need to protect ourselves with a flashlight. We need to attack these creatures with a flashlight, destroy them. So it's like we need to do otherwise. This is what was hinted. Like on the beginning, when we played first time, we think that these instructions are safety. These instructions are actually helping us. But now we know they're harming us. We need to do everything otherwise. We need to do everything differently.
The light?
Turn on the lights.
What?
The headlights, turn them on.
Why? Who is this? Hello?
It's you. And basically,
Yeah, why
we
the hell
use
not?
these lights. When we turn lights here, we actually move something in the chapter 17. We needed to clear the path with the light. And now this is
Locked, of
interesting
course.
part. We need, thanks to this car, we are going to open the bunker. But what's weird?
No, good job,
This is
buddy.
our key. When we started the game, it was our key. Radio.
Greetings, my beloved listeners. I'm so glad you could join me on this very special night. Do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time for our annual trivia challenge. Today's question is...
What have you done, Alice?
Whoa.
Oh, looks like we have a winner. It's someone who knows the answer all too well. Congratulations. Your prize is on its way. Good night.
What was that? The prize. This is what I was talking about. We are going to see what is in the bunker. Okay, important moment. We are going in.
Wait here, buddy.
We are going to
that-
see what's there.
Bunker?
Bunker. Okay.
Guess we're not gonna find out.
2, 1, 1, 3. Whoa. This is interesting. What's there? Everything is dirty and abandoned here. The missiles? Did it fall out or something? Oh, we have a battery.
In other news, the search for a missing boy ends in tragedy. The body of 9-year-old Peter Shannon, who went missing in the Black Hills forest, was found near Coffin Rock. The official cause of death is yet to be released, but early reports suggest that the boy might have been stabbed.
No.
When asked about possible connections to the famous disappearance case from 2 years ago, the police refused to comment.
So Carver killed him after all. We couldn't save him. No. This is so upsetting. What's this? They've been here for so long that they can't even remember what they once were. Barely conscious, barely alive. Someone could just walk between them and they would never notice. They don't hear anything. They're nearly blind. Movement can draw their attention if you get too close, but only light will agitate them. Light causes them pain. Leave them alone and they won't pay you any mind. But make them suffer and they won't stop until they hunt you down. I don't mind. I make them share my suffering. So this is what... I was right that we don't have to touch them because it's... I mean, here it's like described as different person, but I'm still insistent that this is a these are parts of Alice's mind. So I was confused about this moment because remember I asked why Sheriff is talking to him so casually as if he knows him, while this dude looks so weirdly. Now we know it's literally us. It's literally we are. So I was thinking, like, we can't recognize ourselves in him because we don't really have time to observe our character. So we see him briefly and he's quite groomed, he looks normally. Here he looks like a mess. But it's recognizable for Sheriff, not for us. And what I was thinking that maybe for Sheriff it was kind of weird, but also it's still Alice. He recognized Alice in Carver. And maybe after everything what happened, Sheriff kinda knows that Alice is out of his mind, right? They had an argument and Sheriff already thinks that, Alice is mentally ill. He doesn't treat him as a sane person. He's kinda trying to be supportive, while he assumes that Alice is nuts. So maybe that's why he wasn't surprised by seeing Alice in such state. He he didn't expect much from him. He already knows that this dude is just completely wasted. Sheriff isn't surprised by seeing Alice in such state with these twigs, with this weird outfit. He's just getting along with this. He's just not questioning it because why would he question a crazy person, right? Carver uses this as coverage to let Sheriff to relax in his presence and then bam, attacks him. Yep. We don't know why, but I have an assumption which I will tell you when we reach the chapter 17. And also now we are going to try to call his wife. What we saw her number.
Hello, Mrs. Lanning. This is, Ellis Lynch. I'm not sure if you remember me. I used to work with your husband. I don't really know how to say this, so, it's about Emmett. He's gone. I just want you to know he gave it a good fight. And I'm sorry for your loss. Please tell the police to look for him near the Tappy East Creek. I'm sorry I can't give you a precise location. If you need me for anything, I'll be available at this number. Again, I'm so very sorry.
This is it. This is how they would find his body. Otherwise, he would disappear here forever. This is so sad. Okay, at least one thing we did right now. And also I noticed that she attacks us whenever Bullet is not around. So Bullet is our anchor to reality. And she tries to manipulate our mind whenever Alice loses connection with the Bullet. even for a moment. I'm still wondering what this particular place represents. Because we're returning here over and over again. It's like, oh, I got it. This is his core memory. This is where it's all started. Here we found the manual, how to skin the animal. So in the past, we know that his trauma is connected to the stag, right? And we know that from the notes that he was brought to the forest when he was younger. So maybe he was camping here with his father and they were hunting. And there's something happened with this stag that traumatized Alice. Again, I'm going to discuss it later, like after we finish, but I can't resist making assumptions and analyzing things while we on our way. So probably ambush happened and Alice wasn't himself in this time. See, he's kinda, everything's blurry, he's having a PTSD episode, panic attack episode. Here are those creatures. Again, remember what was told, that we need to just go through. We don't have to touch them.
Heal!
Bullet!
Come here!
Oh my gosh, wait. Come here! I think those shades, those shadows, monsters in this memory related to this particular traumatic episode, and they are so aggressive. We are not triggering them directly. He remembers this traumatic episode, and because his awareness goes here, they also triggered, and they kinda restless. And if we attack them, we're hurting ourselves. So we need to avoid them. They are part of this event. Oh my god, I'm scratching again. They are part of this event. They are part of this episode. So we need to treat them like this. Just observe.
Come here, boy. Bullet.
And this is what probably happened. They were ambushed, and he got a panic attack, and he wasn't able to do anything. He was disoriented, right? Correctly. See, everything in blur, like people moving or slow-mo or way too fast. He's really not himself in this moment. He can't help anybody. He can't help even himself. And his squad, we can hear them here.
Calm down. Just calm down.
He panics. And first one.
You're not... No! Jesus.
They're calling for his help.
I can't. Ah!
So what happened? They were ambushed. He lost control. And for him, losing control is like the worst thing ever. And he wasn't able to coordinate himself and coordinate them. And he was a captain. So they were waiting for his instructions.
I would never.
The attack happened. He got panic attack. Everything was in blur. He couldn't pull himself together on time. And while he was struggling to get to his senses, everybody was dying around. The panic worsened because he's already panicking. And they expecting something from him. What is putting even more pressure on his already fragile mind. So like everything just becoming a whole mess, and in the blink of the eye everybody is dead and he's the one who left alive. And like another horrible traumatic episode happened. It's a horrible but absolutely human thing, because you can't be protected from this. You never know when you actually can have a panic attack. It could happen to you even if you never experienced it before. It happens when circumstances are hitting the right buttons. I think this, I don't know how to call them, these leaf demons, these leaf balls of anger, it's kinda his self-aggression, his self-hatred, because they really aggressively attack him.
Come here, boy.
Could be. Those monsters are repressed memories and repressed parts of his personality, and these are...
Wait. Is that a railroad track?
Oh,
Let's see where it leads.
yeah, I think this is self-blame, self-hatred, like he attacks himself.
You have one new message.
Hello. It's Gabrielle Lanning. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that without you, we would never have found his body. I still don't know what happened on that night. I don't know what to believe anymore. But Emmett, he always spoke highly of you, and now I see why. Thank you, Ellis.
This is so touching. And imagine, even if Alice fucked up so many times, Sheriff still spoke highly of him because he saw something in this guy. I didn't expect to get a message from her. This is so touching. I can't imagine how heartbroken she is. She's so sad. To be honest, I always hated, I still hate, how in movies and in games and fiction, it's always like, whenever happens some bullshit, police always dies first.
Rail cart.
Police officers suffer more than anyone. It's just so annoying. Again, I was thinking that these balls that attack us in our memories, it could be his self-blame and anger directed on himself. These monsters they're hiding could be a manifestation of his guilt. Like he's trying to move on, and his coping mechanism pushes guilt on the back of his mind. But it's still present, so when triggered, it starts attacking him. Could be. Again, I'm just expressing my thoughts because, you know, playing few hours without speaking is quite challenging. I have so many things to
Jump up.
proceed. You know, I had an idea while I was walking, and if we imagine that this part is his mind, like this forest is his consciousness, his subconscious mind, and people are pulled here. Like, for example, we called Sheriff's wife to tell her that her husband is dead. He was present in the real world, but he also was a part of Alice's world, his mind. So maybe everything is overlapping again. Like I told you about it before, like I see the time here made of layers. And what if there is a real world where real people are present? This is the current timeline. And then there is a bubble around it where witch creates all this stuff, all these illusions, and she has different time frames. Like we don't know what's real, what's not. Maybe these people pulled, they like on the present in this weird imaginary world, right? And they're overlapping, and people are kind of on the middle. So Sheriff was in real world, but also kind of inside this loop, right? And Carver killed him. And again, this guy appears. He's kind of in real world, but also inside the loop. Eh? Just again, just an idea. But I still don't understand what meaning this guy has. Okay, we know Sheriff. Sheriff was a really meaningful figure for Alice. Meaningful person, important person. What about this guy? He's just a lumberjack, he's just a worker. He is not related to Alice by any means. He's just a person who accidentally ended up here, like the victim.
Base.
Maybe this guy is an ex-veteran. So that's why, like, when we pick up this dog tag, body transforms to his body. Maybe it's a sign that he is a veteran. Ah, yeah, this is why we need to... just a second. This is why we need to call this veteran office.
You have reached the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. We are currently unable to
This
take your
is what
call.
it's about.
Please leave a message, and the next available agent will return your call.
Well, I'm not sure if it's something you deal with, but, I want to report the passing of a veteran. Name's Todd McKinnon. Could you maybe let his family know? Yeah. Thanks.
So maybe it's not about a person who is close to him. Maybe it's someone who represents his trauma when he was in the army. Because his comrades died because of him, as he thinks. So veteran reminds him of the guilt he carries after this mission. And I was wondering why Bullet didn't react harshly on him. Why Bullet runs away from us when we turn into Carver and stays with that guy. Maybe, like, I thought there is some sort of confusion, but maybe because Bullet still feels connection with us as his owner. So he's just friendly with someone else, with another human being. He's not friendly with monsters, he's friendly with another person. And when Carver dies and we are turning to Carver, Bullet loses connection with us, so he's kind of scared. And plus, Alice has a hella weird energy in that moment. He's like unhinged, so Bullet is literally scared.
Weak. Pathetic. I should have listened from the start. That's what set me free. You'll understand soon enough.
And also, this is a lie. Carver says that, oh, this has set me free, but on the end, when we kill him, he says, oh, finally I'm free. Free from her. So he isn't free. He thinks he's free.
He's gone.
Because she helps
Dragged me
him
out
to
here and
forget.
just-
So, this one. This note about Alice, again, it's probably what happened a little bit later. He became interested in hiking and hunting. This is probably was his attempt to overcome this trauma, to overcome his fear, to overcome his fear of the woods. Yeah, and he later uses these skills as a carver.
The only way to end your suffering is to surrender.
He is describing exactly what witch did to him, and like what his guilt. It's like, you know, he describes how trauma works. Basically, we have some feelings, we have some emotions, we have some pain, guilt, etc. And like when we are trying to work with this, when we are looking directly into its face, it's painful. It's really difficult. Sometimes we're getting triggered, sometimes we're making more mistakes, and it's suffocating, and it takes a lot of time and energy and inner strength to work through it. So when you surrender and when you just give up, it's easier, it's painless. Maybe it's a metaphor for coping mechanism when people numbing themselves, when they just reject everything, when they stop thinking, when they stop feeling, and they feel okay. But it's not okay, they're half dead, basically. So maybe witch represents trauma itself, like how it breaks people. I don't know. Thank you for informing us about this situation. Your request was received and is currently investigated. We will make every effort to ensure that family of the deceased is contacted. Aww. They are showing us that our actions matter. That we actually can do something good. So I think what happened in this moment, like, again, Bullet is our connection to reality. It's Alice's anchor, and Bullet helps him to regulate himself, right? So Carver wants us to kill Bullet because it would cut Alice's way back to himself, back to real world, back to stability and healing. He wants us to kill him, to make this huge step towards becoming a monster. And they can't kill Bullet themselves. Like, Carver can't touch Bullet, because if he touches Bullet, then Alice has an enemy. Because for now, Alice is drawing in guilt and his trauma, and he doesn't have a particular enemy. He's blaming himself for everything. If he kills Bullet, he is blaming himself again. But if something happens, if Carver harms Bullet, then all these feelings, all emotions, they found new, new target. So for Alice, it would be easier to resist all this transformation because he would have someone to blame. Not himself, but another person. His blame would go externally, and Witch doesn't want it. She needs Alice to kinda attack himself, to damage his own mind. As long as we are not doing anything, Bullet is safe. And again, here, they want us to give up on him.
It's gonna be fine.
We refused to
Let me
kill
just,
Bullet, so they created another situation when they're tempting us to give up on him, to leave him, under different circumstances. You see how narrative changed? First it was like, just kill him. Or I killed the boy. It was one manipulation. Alice refuses to kill it to save the boy, because, I mean, we already know the boy is dead. But like, Alice refuses, so they use another tactic. They are just using different methods to influence Alice's mind. Like they circling around. Now it's like, oh my god, Bullet is wounded, he's going to die anyway, yada yada yada, you need to save the boy. So they're tempting us to do this with another method. And if Alice leaves Bullet here, then he would drown in guilt even more, because he already refused to kill him. So now, as Alice showed his attachment to Bullet, Witch could use this and like destroy him. This stag again. Again, we see this his shadow figure with the face of the carver. Maybe this is where this part of the personality was formed. He was traumatized in that moment, and that moment on the back of his mind appeared this carver, like, you know, the seeds of this personality. And then after another trauma, after Witch's influence, it became a full persona inside his mind. Like, it's his shadow side. I don't know if I'm explaining correctly. You know, in my mind it makes sense, but when I'm trying to articulate, it's really difficult to find correct words to express what I mean, especially on English, you know. But like, maybe it was a reminder for us that everything started from here. So it was a third manipulation. Now Witch wants us to think that, oh my god, we killed the dog. So Alice would feel guilty. Alice would hate himself. So everything around is pointed at his guilt, because this is his weak point. Like, she is desperately trying to press on it.
That one was different. The light just made it angry.
Maybe, again, it's his guilt and this old shadow self. And maybe this shadow self is fueled by guilt. That's why it's stronger on the end. And this is why it's so hard to deal with it. Maybe this is why it attacks us so much. So, when we come here, we think, we see something what happened before, from the beginning of the game, and now we are seeing it from the outside, like we're observing it. And now we can talk with ourselves, like from the future into the past. So, I am, as a player, assume that I can influence past, like I'm closing the loop. So, Witch wants Alice to think that he can do something, that he can change the past. And this is the trick. Here, we communicate with Alice in the past, and we like telling him to turn on the lights. Okay? Then, next moment, we are facing this choice when we need to kill the sheriff. So, by this logic, we think, oh, so if we kill sheriff, it means we killed sheriff in the past. So if we won't kill him now, it means we are saving him. But this is a lie, and I'm going to explain you why.
Sheriff.
See? Which wants us to think that we can influence something, but this is an illusion. Everything here isn't real. Everything here is illusion to make us fall into the trap. So, imagine if Alice actually kills Sheriff. So he thinks, aha, so it's my fault, I killed him in the past. So like, loop's closed. He's taking blame for his death, for Sheriff's death. But we know that Carver killed him. Alice didn't become a Carver just now. He's on his way. He becomes Carver on the end. So right now, she's manipulating him to think that he is doing this. If we spare Sheriff and leave, on the end, Sheriff is still dead, because this is already happened. The loop, not loop, but event happened already. Carver killed him. So it's not like we are... this is line where Carver exists, okay? This is where Alice exists. And we think that they are connected. This is the one loop. But in reality, it's like crocheting, you know? So we have here loop with Carver. He was Alice in the past, then he turned into Carver. And then we have another Alice who is on his way to become a Carver. It's not a loop as a system, it's like a crocheting. This is one thing, another thing, they are connecting. So this Carver, he's preparing Alice to become the next Carver, and it's like, it's the same loop, it's the same person, but it doesn't spiral like this, it's not a time loop. It just... like a crocheting, you know? I'm not sure if I'm explaining correctly. But like, everything we face is already happened in the past loop. And now we're creating new loop, which would fit next loop. Okay? So, Sheriff is already dead. We can't do anything. The only reason which make this thing just for us to kill Sheriff and take the blame for it. So we would lose connection with our humanity. So about this moment, I am not sure if this is how people were treating him for real, or this is what he thought they treat him. Because a lot of the times we overthink, and maybe it's not exactly real events, maybe it's how he saw it. Maybe he felt that they are judging him and they are treating him this way, speaking about him this way, but maybe it wasn't that harsh, maybe it wasn't that brutal.
Yes, sir.
In reality. Maybe this is how he thought they think about him. So
sir.
Now...
Sir. Sir.
So now which is
Sir. Sir.
using
Sir.
it? He is here, your shadow. Right. We saw this message before, but like the confirmation. And he's angry. Because probably Witch is pushing on him, and he's tethering on the verge of turning into a monster. Like he's haunted by guilt. So this is why. So this is why exactly this shit happens.
Just calm down.
You know. This is why he becomes this violent. This is probably a metaphor to people six people. 9 were wounded and 6 were dead. This is what was being told. I hope I remember correctly. I got it now. I got it what these figures represent. First figure was a boy. It was just one person. It was a boy. Adam. Then it's a group. 6 people who died because of his actions, as he thinks. It's like his squad. And the last one was that lady. So it's like 3 episodes.
Get in the corner. Don't look at her.
This is, by the way, why I think the loop is endless. Like it happened many times before, and these tapes are like pieces. So we have a loop and we have many layers of the reality of the time. It's like a mess. So these tapes are kind of going, it's small anchors through these layers, and also they're remnants of the what happened, okay? And thanks to them we can manipulate some of the pieces of reality. I'm sorry, I'm just so tired already. I'm playing this game in one go from the start, and just I'm exhausted, but I want to finish. And that's why we see ourselves. It's like probably there were many versions of Alice. And because, see, this never happened. Like, it was one Alice who filmed another Alice, and he gave him advice, and he was hit by the wave. So, like, probably something happened. And the last one, see? This woman.
Such filth.
He goes back.
That man lived here. Maybe for years.
And now this is moment of truth. Now we will find out if I manage to get us a good ending or not. I'm really scared.
Oh, not this again.
Oh, he didn't fall into rage. Last time he crushed her and fall into rage. And now we're just moving. Maybe this is... just a second, I'm gonna check if everything is working, because I don't want to miss this. So these moments when Alice felt like the screen was red and everything was throbbing and like he was holding a grip on himself, it was his attempts to fight this shadow, his anger, his trauma, his... I know I'm repeating word trauma so many times, but like I don't know synonyms for this word. My brain isn't braining. Okay. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. My god, I'm shaking. I'm shaking from exhaustion and I'm shaking from emotions. I don't know. It's been 4 hours. 4 hours since I'm playing. Gosh. I'm doing this for you, okay? I'm doing... Okay, we saw it.
No, please. God, I'm not gonna hurt you. Shh. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. Please. Shh. Quiet. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh my god.
You're just a lamb to the slaughter. Pathetic! Get up! Fight! Do what she demands!
No, I'm not like you.
You're not. You are me! I'm all you've ever had. I am what you become. Never!
Wow.
You can't do it, can you? She won't let you.
You can't defy her. It won't change anything. You can't. Not now. Not after all I've suffered. It's your turn.
You're just her puppet. Now be a man for once, or did you forget what it's like?
Whoa.
So, this is how it ends. Without ever starting.
He disappeared. Bullet! Oh my cutie! He came to us. And Alice accepted his demons, but never allowed them to take control. The cycle was broken. Despite his injuries, Bullet survived. He was later found wandering outside the Shannon's house. Jess was determined to patch things with Alice and joined the search after his disappearance in the Black Hills forest. Peter was found exhausted but unarmed. He was safely returned to his family. Oh, we did this! Thanks to Alice's help, the body of Sheriff Emmett Lanning was recovered and buried with full honors. Todd McKinnon's family was informed of his fate and helped with recovering his body from the Tap East Creek sawmill. I'm so proud of us. So, I'm so proud of myself for playing for 4 hours, or maybe even more, to achieve this. Like, everything is perfect, okay? And I'm proud of you for watching, for staying with me, and for supporting me mentally. I feel your support, okay? I did this for us. Phew, I feel so relieved. I'm just so happy, and I am glad that we broke the cycle. And it's really interesting how Witch was holding control over the Carver, and he wasn't able to kill Alice, and only Alice can kill Carver to take his place. So he tried to escape, he couldn't, and as soon as he tried to kill Alice, Carver disappeared, because again this how it's called, news? I'm not sure about this word, but again, this thing was interrupted, so next cycle couldn't start, and poof, Carver disappeared. New Carver wasn't born. And I think I was thinking about this game a lot. I was wondering, I was like, analyzing, and I was thinking that Witch is probably not a person. It's not like some evil woman who is controlling everything. I think she's creating these loops. She's feeding on emotions, like Pennywise. He was feeding on fear, she's feeding on maybe guilt, maybe something else, we don't know, but she needs Alice to continue the loop. She feeds on him. And maybe she feeds on many other people as well. Maybe in this forest, many people stuck. We saw these pictures, right? Maybe these pictures belong to people who also stuck like Alice, but they didn't succeed at some point. Or maybe they succeeded at some point, but then loop broke because they died. So I think what is happening that every time loop starts and conditions has to be the same to make Alice turn into Carver, right? So every single time loop starts, there is a possibility to break it. That's why she is so obsessed with the control and uses any possible thing to break us. And also, I couldn't understand, did Alice die on the end? Because if Bullet was around someone's house, does it mean that he didn't return with Alice and Alice died? I didn't think about this, but anyway, it's better than stuck in the loop. So I was thinking about what? It's only my theory, it's only my vision. I understand that every person can analyze differently and make story differently, but like my version is, we know from the notes that Alice's father was a colonel, so he was like tough man. And maybe, let's assume, Alice was a kid and his father took him to the forest, into this camp we saw, right? To hunt, to make him toughen up. And maybe his father didn't consider his age, Alice's age, and Alice witnessed something he wasn't supposed to witness. This stag, right? They were hunting, and probably father was trying to teach him something useful, right? What he thought would be useful. And we don't know if Alice actually participated in this or he observed this, but this scene with stag traumatized him. He was exposed to death, he was exposed to blood, intestines, loss of control, like everything. It traumatized him. He didn't want to even talk about it. He started feeling anxiety. It was a beginning of his trauma, not a loop, like chain of trauma, right? And he, in the notes, we find out that he is kind of avoiding this situation. So he is having anxiety and he has avoiding coping mechanism. So later, when he grew up, he decided to join army because he probably didn't feel like he belongs anywhere. He struggled, so he decided to follow his father's steps. He joined army, and he was doing great on the beginning, right? Because he was I'm not sure about his current position. I'm not really familiar with this again, but like, let's assume he was in some position when he is the captain. Okay, let's assume he was a captain, and he was responsible for his people. And during this ambush, again, or he got panic attack because of some circumstances, because something happened, because he was wounded, because I don't know what happened. Everything wasn't going according to plan. His people were attacked, and he wasn't able to take care of them. He was losing his composure. He was like really not in the shape. He was struggling. He was panicking, and when he saw everybody is dying, everybody is crying for help, he got even more distressed, and he started looking for a way out. It's like natural reaction. A lot of people react this way. There is no question of morality. It's just how we work. We can't anticipate, we can't predict our reactions. It's really difficult. And so he fled the scene, and then he found this place where to hide. There was a woman, and in the panic he kills her because she is almost screaming and she's almost calling for help, so he's killing her in panic. Again, he wasn't intending to kill her, but it happened. And driven by guilt, first of all, his friends died because of him. Second, this woman, innocent woman who just was chilling at home, died because of him. It's a lot. It's a huge burden. It's like really, really hard to deal with. And he doesn't get help. He doesn't get proper help. Or if he goes to the therapy, he's still kind of avoidant. Because he learned from the childhood to avoid. He's retiring to himself. Like, he is refusing to connect. And maybe that's why when we see Jess in his memories, she has a blurred face. Maybe because he wasn't being able to connect with her the same way with Sheriff. We see Sheriff's face only when he's dead, when we actually face him. So maybe he was struggling to connect with people. And then he lands a job as a police officer, right? And he's still unstable. He's still refusing to face what happened. He's still like struggling, lashing out. He has problems with his wife, and like everything is too much for him. So when he was at work, he shoot this guy, Adam, because he thought Adam is reaching out for a weapon, but there was no weapon. Again, his trauma made him do this. It's not like he consciously decided to shoot the kid. He wasn't himself again. So this is the problem. This is the punto debole. It's like a weak spot of his, right? Which uses this spot that, oh my god, you're dangerous, you're losing control, it's all your fault, you're doing a lot of shit. When you don't understand what you're doing, like you're losing control, and like it's all your fault, you're a monster. So she's exploiting this. And now, as he lost even this job, he doesn't know what to do. He's literally he knew only army, military, or this job. Like, he can't connect with people. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He basically has skills which is not allowing him to integrate into society like easily. So Sheriff, who is really kind soul, he sees his Alice's struggles. So in this moment, Bullet appears because Alice is struggling to connect with people. So Sheriff thinks, aha, maybe Doc would help. And this is like well-known practice when animals helping people with PTSD and other conditions. So through Bullet, Alice actually starts to ground himself into reality. He doesn't retreat into himself again. He doesn't focus on these traumas. Bullet helps him like chasing these demons away. So their connection actually helps Alice to recover. He's seeking help, as we know, and like he's slowly moving towards healing until this shit happens that Carver kidnaps the kid, and like which pushes Alice to surrender. So yeah, this is basically what was happening, and I already told you what I think about Bullet, about his role in all of this, and like the game is amazing. And also I forgot, in part 5, when I was crashing down, when we fell into this rage, right, when Alice finally lost control and he wasn't able to calm down, I was feeling really frustrated, and I was feeling like I'm losing control. You know what? You remember how I was panicking that, oh my god, I fucked up. I ruined everything. And this is really interesting how game make us feel this way towards outcome. Like, it's not only we observing character going through shit, we actually feel it. Maybe not fully, but at some point mechanics of the game push us to feel what Alice is supposed to feel. So I was thinking that I'm doing everything correctly. So when on the end we got the bad ending, I was crashing down because I thought, oh my god, I'm doing something correctly. And this is basically what Alice felt. He was thinking that he's doing something correctly. He was thinking that, oh my god, now it's my chance to prove myself, to prove that I'm not a monster. And he is like, deep inside, he's a good person and he doesn't mean harm, but because of his traumas, he can't quite control himself, right? It kind of interrupts. So it's also show us that trauma and these inner wounds, emotional wounds, are needed to be treated, because it's not only ruining you, it's also damaging everything and everyone around you. Not because you want to, but because this is what trauma does. Whew. So this is it. This is what I wanted to say. Maybe I will remember something. And yeah, I'm open to discussions. I would be really glad to hear your thoughts about it. Maybe you noticed something and you want to share it. It would be really cool. I really like this game, and I'm so glad that I didn't remember shit about it, because now with the fresh eye, with the new perception, I was able to really feel it, you know. So yeah, it's really good game. It's like, I will add it to one of my favorites for sure. Oh, it's time to rest because it's been 5 hours already. I'm so exhausted, but again, I did it for us. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and I see you in the new game. I hope that really soon.